It is like an island, part of the free movement area and yet not bordering with any other Schengen member state. Therefore, Slovakia supports Bulgaria and Romania's entry to this club. As Prasa wrote on Sunday, economic analysts believe that membership of the Schengen area is vital for Slovakia. Apart from making traveling for work and tourism easier, it also reduces costs and time in foreign trade, noted Slovenská sporiteľná bank analyst Katarína Muchová. She stressed that as much as 80% of Slovakia's exports go to countries within the Schengen area, while imports from the zone represent 54% of the total volume. If it weren't for the Schengen area, the movement of goods would be slower and limited, affecting the country's competitiveness and economic growth, she said. Sberbank Europe head analyst Vladimír Maňo pointed out that the importance of the Schengen area for the movement of goods seems to be underestimated, noting that Slovakia's exports to countries within the zone currently work almost exclusively on the basis of just-in-time deliveries, which would hardly be feasible without open borders. According to Muchová, while labor mobility inside Slovakia is not significant, the number of Slovaks traveling for work across Schengen borders appears to be far more pronounced.
Dobrý večer, good evening from Radio Slovakia International. I'm Anka Monika Dragu and I'll be your host for this Monday edition of Slovakia Today. Welcome to all listeners in Bratislava and surroundings on 98.9 FM and to those around the world via satellite, Twitter and In the next program, we'll take a look at the Slovak perspective on Brexit. Then we talk about depression, which is a theme of this year's World Health Day. And we conclude the program with the latest from sport, mainly women's basketball. Of course, the program will be peppered with good music, therefore lie back and enjoy it. And if you do enjoy it, please let us know. You can find our contact details as well as more reports on our webpage www.rsi.sk. We are also on Facebook, Twitter, Google+, Pinterest, Tumblr and YouTube.
Radio Slovakia International.
Last Wednesday, Great Britain finally officially announced it would leave the European Union following the results of a referendum held last June. A 2-year period of negotiations between London and Brussels has been launched. On the same day, the Slovak Finance Ministry issued a short analysis of a few scenarios of the impact that Brexit could have on Slovakia's public finances. The most conservative one envisages UK's zero contribution to the EU budget immediately after its effective release. Given that Great Britain is among the net contributors to the EU budget, the whole would count for an average of about €8.9 billion annually. The remaining EU countries would then have to agree whether these missing funds will be covered from national government coffers or rather by a cut in the spending section of the EU budget. In the first case, Slovakia will have to contribute by about €60 million more per year. In the second case, the EU budget will have to see cuts worth about €20 billion per year, mainly in areas from which Slovakia benefits a lot. That could mean that this country could lose about €400 million in funds coming from the European Union. Clemens Susov, spokesperson for the Foreign Affairs Ministry, says that it's too early for any conclusions.
Our priorities, as we have outlined them, are one of them and copy the priorities of the EU. And first of all, to protect the acquired rights of our citizens within the UK in terms of both the residence and social security. Our ambition is to maintain the unity of the EU 27, which was the case in the weeks leading to Brexit, and its lessons will remain throughout the process of negotiations.
But beyond the rather practical issues linked to Brexit, Slovak political analyst Dr. Alexander Buleva from the Slovak Foreign Policy Association are now working out what next continues in the US.
Foreign Minister, frankly speaking, at the moment, we do not have any clear idea on this issue. All we have is the statements of both the Slovak President and Slovak Prime Minister that we want to be in the core group of the European Union, but we have no idea what it means. We don't know what it means with multiple speeds needs. This is such an open discussion topic. We also have to take into account the regional situation. Yes, we want to be in the core group, but we can't move the country to the Middle East. We again will be averaging Poland and Hungary to border Ukraine. As we were already that Poland's internal political issue, which led to it being the only member state that opposed the re-election of fellow Pole Donald Tusk at the helm of the EU Council, will have an impact on Poland's position in the EU. Then, if you look at Hungary and the Czech Republic, they are not using the euro, so Slovakia is indeed the only country in the region which could belong to that core group. But again, we live in this region and we might be put under pressure by our neighbours to stick with them. The future of Central Europe is uncertain.
Response to the start of the negotiations of Great Britain in the European Union.